Oh, what's up? Long time no see, Fuima. How are we doing? And thank you, I appreciate that. I need the blessings. I've been uh I've been getting mad, what is it called? Allergies last couple days. So how are we doing? Right now I'm getting a new repo set up for the website I'm building for my girlfriend and her business. And just working a little bit more on the website that actually we made together. So I don't know if you remember last time we streamed, you helped me build this website, and this is what I've done with it. I actually launched it recently. Yeah, it came together pretty nicely. Actually, this is fine. All right, let me just get this basic product or project set up. Uh, let's just get this set up. Why is this? Oh. CD into. Oh, there we go. Is that nice? I should not have that running. All right, cool. That is started. Great. Sorry, my keyboard ran out of battery. Yeah, I remember it ended up looking great in my opinion. Oh, awesome. Appreciate that. Yeah, we've got a ways to go, but I think that this is good enough to make it go live. So basically, um, I wanted to have something that I could just easily put on my other socials. Like, since I make a lot of short form content and I'm really interested in a lot more long form content in addition to some of the streaming stuff that obviously I do here. This just seemed like a nice way to just bundle everything instead of having like, 4 or 5 different links on like my Instagram or my YouTube. So, yeah, this is what we got now. I am liking it so far. Yeah, you can see with these like little weird circles back here. I tried to see if Claude could f around and work with what was it? It wasn't Three.js, but it was something similar to Three.js. And I wanted to see if it could do it without using Blender or anything. And I think the answer is no. But honestly, I didn't hate how it looked, so I just kept it. Especially behind the what is it called, like the glassy feature. It doesn't look half bad. It just kind of looks like I don't know, partially see-through balls, and I didn't really hate it. So yeah, right now I'm mostly working on my girlfriend's site, but I wanted to add like a view counter because I thought that might be um, interesting to monitor, especially as I grow and whatever. But yeah, I'm glad you like it. I really am happy with how this toggle turned out. It's pretty responsive, and it's just kind of a pretty little toggle. Um, I needed to make I need to make this more mobile friendly though, because right now it's kind of mid on mobile. But yeah, copy could also more or less use some work, but I'm like happy with it, happy enough to push it live. Um, but yeah, all right, now I need to read this. What's going on here? I got a hot tip from someone on Twitter who had this pretty sick prompt for a custom Claude command called ultrathink. So now I've just been adding this prompt to every single one of my new every one of my new projects, and it basically creates 4 sub agents. that are specialists. So you've got like an architect, a researcher, a coder, and a tester, and it breaks up the tasks into these four separate distinct agents. Um, and so a lot of the processes that Claude goes through now are a lot more streamlined, and I feel that um, the responses I get are far more accurate now. All right. Interesting. Hey, yo, what? Oh, that is odd. Does this not? Why did that not update? All right, that's something else I gotta look into, but that is a later thing that I can check into. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's start this. All right. I actually don't know if Claude can look at YouTube or Instagram. So this is going to be a very unique, interesting thing I'm trying to attempt here. I basically want Claude to. Oh, no way. Oh, you've used it? Did you. Is it like. Did you find it on X? I think the guy's name was like Ian something. It must have been something else because I saw it like pretty recently. I think within the last couple weeks. Right now, I'm trying to see if it can look at YouTube and Instagram. Um, because I want to create like a base outline, kind of like a skeleton of my girlfriend's website. Um, Using what it can find on YouTube and Instagram. So interested to see if this ultra think command um, can get an idea of what I'm going for based on that information. As far as I remember, it just says how many tokens it uses before answering. Um, I mean, this is a full ass prompt, actually, with context, roles, processes, and format. Hold on, let me. This is gonna bug me. How do I turn? You found it on the Anthropic website? Yeah, I think it's a different thing. Do you want me to share it with you? Because I think this actually could be sick for you to look at as well. I feel like it's probably not a good idea to do it in this chat. But what I could do is I can make a doc, and what I could do ultra think command for Claude code. This is going to be super burnt way doing this, but let's do quick sharing options. No. Let's do anybody with link can view. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me know if you can access this. All right, let me know. Yeah, tell me if you can open that link. I understand if you want to like you might want to get like a private email or something. I don't know. I think it might show up as private automatically. But yeah, let me know. This is the command that I use on the regular, and it's pretty dank, if I do say so myself. Money. Money. Cool. Give me a sec. I need to respond to some people on Insta. Yeah, let me know what you think. You should really try it out. So basically, I mean, you've already made custom commands, presumably. So I guess I don't really need to tell you what to do with it, but yeah, it's actually mad toy. Yeah, it's like significantly improved my experience using Claude. So. Oh damn. Damn, that actually did really well. That's crazy. Oh. All right, give it a second. This is the ultra think command at work right now. All right, I need to fix this view count. Basically makes a role play as those four pseudo agents to allocate many tokens as possible to the reflection step. Uh, yeah. So exactly, it's like four pseudo agents. So it's still gonna be, um, yeah. It's not like it's spitting out four separate instances of Claude or anything. But from my experience, both using it and not having it, I feel like the experience has been more positive using it than not. I also just, to be fair, I will preface that with that it probably eats up a shit ton of tokens, but I did splurge and get Claude Max or whatever it is, which is like dummy expensive, and we'll see how that pans out. But I wanted to at least give it a month trial. Wow, a month trial, and so far, I mean, it's blown me away. All right, let's see. How do I? Da, 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 da. Oh wow, that is crazy. Yeah, wow. Ultra Thing really did a number. It found all of my girlfriend's social media information without me telling it. I told it about the Instagram and YouTube. Um, but then it found all the other ones, which is just like some people might not be impressed, but I am. I think it's pretty wild that it went that extra step without me telling it to. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next step. I mean, it probably found the link tree and took it from there. Yeah, but I didn't. You're probably right. I didn't give it a link tree though. I mean, here's the thing: is there's probably like a super reasonable explanation for how it got all of them, but I'm still impressed. I just think it's kind of like, it's one of those things that I know we are pretty far, uh, like into the zeitgeist of AI code tools being pretty legit, but I didn't ask it to like. I guess you can see right here. Where am I? Like I didn't ask it to make these four little icons or do any of this. Like add the Pinterest, add TikTok. It's the little things that really get me. Okay, now you need to stop fanboying and dick riding Claude Code for a second, just enough to actually make some progress on this. Before I continue on that, I want to finish this. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep context switching, and that's gonna kill me. Fuck. Okay, maybe not, because my next step is to do. Have you ever done Vercel KV before? It's for like storage tracking, just data tracking in general. So, um, I've never used it before, but I'm gonna for tracking the viewers on my site. But I can do that later since I'm gonna have to like go into Vercel and edit some stuff. Let's see here. Implement. It's just Redis for. Sorry, what? Also, by the way, Fuima, I like checked my Twitch and YouTube settings because we've had this issue where there seems to be like a pretty decent sized latency, and Vercel. I mean, honestly, probably yeah. I have done zero. I've taken zero effort to look into this. Oh, you're absolutely right. Look at that. Boom. Aren't you just like the smartest person around? Yeah. All right, well, that'll be easy then. All right. All right. All right. Man, Instagram is popping off. Yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. All right. I should start by what I want to do. You're about to virtually meet my GF. All right. Let's just save image as. Hero. Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, Weem. You real for that. That's Giga based. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Dude, why am I getting notifications that you're messaging in the chat, but I don't see any updates? This is firked. They really don't want us to win here, do they? All right, Sue. Oh, hell yeah. Multilingual? That's crazy. All right. So, you know what I should do here that I think would at least be like a facsimile of fun is what is it called? Workflowy? Um, downgrade to basic, I guess. All right. What is it called? Twitch stream. Stream. What is today? We're calling it 7/8/25. Goals set. Start. Website. Integrate. Log. Get images in place. Clean copy. Clean. I guess write up copy. And then let us add page view account to prefontaine.dev. Cool. All right. Cool. Un placer ayudarte. What? Is that some sort of gypsy curse? Un. Oh. Gracias. Did I tell you I lived in Puerto Rico for a year and I have a problem because I like to yap a bit. And so in the US I can like go to a grocery store. Yeah, no, I can tell it's yeah. I wish there wasn't this latency. This is a problem. One of these days I'll get it figured out. Um, I like to yap, and so like I'll go to a grocery store, and I'm not saying all the times, but I like to just be able to have the opportunity to talk to people. Hold on, let me turn on this light. I like to be able to have the opportunity to talk to people, and so when I was in Puerto Rico, it was really tough because I found it incredibly difficult to strike up conversation because even if I knew a little bit of Spanish, I'm not fluent, and they would speak Spanish as fast as I speak English. Not to mention, I feel like, you know, my girlfriend will disagree with me here, but I really feel like Puerto Rican Spanish is just leagues different from the Spanish that we're taught in university. The latency thing. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. But if it is something to do with streaming, it's definitely going to be a Streamlabs issue then. And that is the one thing I did not check out. So, Dios mio, somebody look into that. All right. All right. We move on for now. Yeah, thank you. See, I know one language, somewhat fluently. My girlfriend like is genuinely interested by languages, and so she knows Italian. She knows some Latin, but that's more because she was raised um, going to Latin mass, and then she also got her degree in Mandarin. And she has like a friend who speaks Spanish as her first language, and she said Puerto Rican Spanish. I think she agreed with my girlfriend that it's not that much different, but I swear, um, like even some of the words are different. And yeah, I've talked to many other Spanish speakers who are native, who are like English as a second language, and they're like, oh yeah, like I don't understand Puerto Rican Spanish. So I'm just being gaslit by two women in my life, which is just really, really tough. Can't speak, but can understand Portuguese and Italian. Portuguese, that's cool. That's super cool. Portuguese is like one of those very interesting ones that almost sounds like Russian a little bit. Like it's got some sort of Russian influence. I have no idea if that's true or not, but like um, it's one of the most unique sounding languages in my opinion. Yeah, I should have learned Spanish. I grew up in San Diego, so just the fact that I don't speak hardly any Spanish is just a real travesty. Um, I really think it is just because it's hard for me to pick up on. I mean, Spanish it's much less of an excuse, but it's hard for me to pick up on those like what are they called, like tone marks and stuff. I know that's not a thing in Spanish, um, but for a lot of other languages, it's just like hard for me to hear like the discrete differences in like tone. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Language is not my thing. I know I read this book called Ultra Learning, and I very much believe in the whole idea of like a growth mindset that you can learn anything that you put your mind to. I just of the things that I want to get good at, learning a language is not like my highest priority. Um, I think I think I would want to learn Italian at some point, but I'm not like super pressed on it. Ayo, what? Tell me. Oh wow, nice. Wow. This is all Claude. That is nutty bananas. All right. So let's continue here. We're all in this together, as we know, and we stand hand in hand. Are the dates correct? No, those are not real blog posts either. It just made those up. Yeah, these blog posts are completely fabricated. I didn't ask it to make these fake blog posts. It just made them based on the available information I could find about my girlfriend's social media websites. All right, let's make some improvements, shall we? Oh, nice. Kind of crazy that I will say, obviously, this is just a work in progress, but interesting that they made the admin route unprotected like this, but I guess it's, still just like the first run through. Title, Beans. Excerpt. I like beans. Yummy. Mmm, beans. So dumb. Yeah, first blog post, baby. How is this saving? What is... KSS surely we're just... This is not saving anywhere. How do we... Oh my gosh. Okay, wow. Interesting. It's saving as an MDX file into my project. That is like... That is super interesting. Why would it do that? No, it's like in real time creating these MDX files within my current branch. I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna read you the explanation it gave me, but I'm gonna ask more thoroughly because that I thought that was really odd as well. It said that it's a MDX based blog system, supports rich content with Markdown and React components. Um, Chosen for flexibility and version control, which seems kind of fine for testing, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it sounds super bad, but like, it's fine for testing. It's not like it's gonna be like, look, if I push these blog, like any of the blog posts, including the fake ones, it's just dumb, and that's on me. Um, but yeah, we're definitely not going to keep that MDX thing. I think the best route to do is like a super simple Supabase DB system. Save out the blog posts. Do all the write and reading from Supabase. Create an index from Supabase that quickly that we can quickly query all of the posts. Um, Maybe something like we have two indexes. Um, well, I guess no. Maybe we do one index. The index is just like the preview of the blog post. So like you would have we could do like a Supabase index that'll show all of the blog posts. So like scalability wise, if there's like 100 blog posts, then the index can quickly just get like the short snippet, the image, all of this like metadata, and then if a user clicks into it, then we use like some ID tied to the blog post to actually get the larger content tied to that specific blog. That specific blog post, excuse me. All right, let's see. I'm super interested why it is so confident though in the MDX thing. It doesn't seem to think that the MDX system is like a short-term solution. It just says like, "Oh, yeah, this is the reason why we did it. It makes sense, blah blah blah." I am going to push it on that though. Why use MDX for blog posts instead of Supabase? MDX seems like a very not scalable system. Low key, kind of liking my girlfriend's website more than mine, but she also has a lot more content to base her site off of. So I'm also like, we both really like olive as a color, and it picked some like pretty good colors for her. So I am all around pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I think maybe while I do that, let's see. All right, let's get Vercel KV set up so I can work on this real quick. All right, good sir. Vercel KV, KSSO, or as they say, Donde está KV. Frick, man. Okay, so I had it run UltraThink again on that question about MDX. Fuyama, if you're still with me, um, it realized that it has significant limitations going about it the MDX way. No real time editing, requires deployment for changes, which you and I are both kind of like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Why would you have even chosen that as like the first option? No user authentication. Anyone with the repo has access can edit, but I'm gonna make this a private site, or a private repo, so that doesn't really matter. Poor scalability, yeah, dude. Like that repo would have looked so ugly if we had just 100 200 blog posts, no comments, interactions, static files can't handle user engagement. Yeah, okay. Yeah, dude, there was so much wrong with this. Limited search, must index files manually, in no analytics. Yeah, dude, this was just borked. Okay, migrating it to Supabase is the effing move. All right, KV and Postgres. Let's see. Oh, it's Upstash. Okay. No, it didn't even justify it for testing purposes. It was just like, yeah, we done did fucked up, and it would be actually a bad idea. All right, I'm in a separate window, just getting the Vercel KV set up. So just give me a minute. Um, Vector Redis compatible database install. I think it's this one. Vercel KV. What? So is this Upstash or not? Back to integration. Vercel KV and Vercel Postgres migration. The transition of Vercel Postgres and for Pro. Both services are now fully integrated into Vercel Marketplace powered by Neon and Upstash. You can provision and manage both directly from your Vercel dashboard. Sir, then why? All right, we're just gonna try to follow the instructions and try not to fuck this up. Um, we're gonna do Upstash for Redis. All right. So accept and create. Let's see here. All right, now let's install Upstash Redis. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Lord. All right, did it do away with all that bullshit? Okay, nice. At least I can't just access admin now. What the hell? All right. Claude nukes entire website. Phoenix, at least. We got to stay positive. Otherwise, we're just going to cry. Am I that simple? Here's the thing. My sister-in-law, or like my girlfriend's sister, I say sister-in-law because it's easier. We've been together for so long, it's basically my sister-in-law. She made a comment a couple days ago saying, I don't mean this in any sort of like negative way or as like a slight, but men are just so simple, and men don't want much. And honestly, well, let me say, she doesn't say men don't want much. She said men are very simple creatures. And I could not agree more, with the context being like, we say what's on our mind, nothing's ever that serious. Like, if we say something, like, if you ask us, oh, like, what's up, it's usually whatever we reply, like, whatever we give as our answer is usually the truth. What's happening here? I'm assuming it didn't actually break it. Yeah, exactly. It's not actually broken. It's not borked at all. We're being chilling for sure. Um, I am actually just behind the scenes here. I'm gonna switch it just to something. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, I was gonna switch it over to this so you didn't have to look at like a borked screen. But now you're just gonna have to be patient with me real quick. I was trying to work on the super base stuff on the backside. Um, but all right, let's try to be quick with it. Un momento, por favor. New project. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How much is the upgraded plan for? Uh, Dude, I don't want to upgrade my subscription on Supabase. Oh, can I? Bridget, building Bridget. Type personal, free, create organization. Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? You're killing me. New project. Wait. Fouk. Fuqua. Why have you forsaken me? All right, let's go back here. Let's. Can I? Can I delete this? How do I kill a project? Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Okay. All right. Well, now Supabase is giving me trouble because I already have maxed out the number of projects I'm legally allowed to have. Um, which is honestly super rude. Well, since it's for my girlfriend, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use her email. Yeah, I'm gonna use a new account. Um, I'm just gonna, since I'm actually, this is really just for my girlfriend's website, anyways. I'm just gonna, without her permission, um, make her a Supabase email. Excuse me, a Supabase account because she wants a website She's gonna have to deal with the emails from Supabase. Now I have to sign into her email. Dude, I'm jumping through some hoops. Slightest inconvenience, I'm gonna fucking crash out. Fleema, you get to witness my my downfall here. All right, now to hack into my girl's email and just wait for a Supabase email. Dude, how long is this gonna fucking take? All right, well, while I'm waiting on that email to get to my... You usually create an account per project. Yeah, so my problem is you on the here's the thing is I'm being a little stingy, and since I'm paying for the Claude Pro Max or whatever the hell they call it, which is like $200 a month, I don't also want to tack on a $25 monthly Supabase subscription. I already have two accounts because I mean I think you already know of the two sites I have. Do you need your GitHub? I don't know if you need your GitHub. It's prompting me to sign in with GitHub. Um, but it also gives me the option to sign in through email. So I don't know about that one, Chief. Oh, fuck. Damn it. I'm on the wrong email. All right. Oh, it asks you later. All right, well, come on, man. You don't need to be so stingy, Supabase. All right, well, I'm just going to fix my site real quick and then I'll go back to. I'm actually just going to text my girlfriend right now to. Texting your girlfriend to check her email is super romantic, especially when it's waiting for a Supabase email. She hits me back with just what? It's hold on. She says what? It's an email from Supabase. I'm making your website. All right, let's see what she says. All right, let's see. Let's see. What issues am I having now? All right. She sent me a text saying it asked her to sign in. Now, let's see. Can I sign in now? Fuck. Sign in. Oh, fuck yeah. We're in. We're fucking in. All right, let's see. All right, Fuima, we're in. We've hacked the system. So I need project URL and key. Let's see here. Okay, so forced. Superbase setup. Let's figure this out. Let's make a quick env local. All right, gracias para two patients, por favor. All right, what do I need to run here? Go to Superbase dashboard, navigate Superbase schema. Let us do all of this RQ, Superbase schema, but what is this? Okay. Let's run all of this. New SQL query. Let's run this biddy. Cool. Ran that. Now let's get our keys. All right. This is correct. A non-public, cool. And then lastly, I need my service provider, and then we're off to the bases here. Storage. I told you I don't speak Spanish. I barely speak English. You're just gonna have to deal with it, kind of like I have for the past 28 years. All right, where the FERC is my... What is it called? What do I need? Service role key. Service role. Where would you be? Service role. Bien. All right, so now that once we do a Thiot, we can restart our server and did that actually work? All right, Fuima, are we properly checking admin for credentials? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is but a blank page. I should probably text my girlfriend and tell her not to worry about the email. 1 second. All right. We're getting there. Are these... We still need to work on these routes, though. Which is fine. Alright. I just sent her a quick little update. Update daddy-o. Alright. Giving her a little progress update so she can see how it's all coming along. Man, I'm starting to wonder if I have like a deviated septum or something. I notice in some of the videos that I make that I could just hear me breathing through my nose. Oh, nice. She says she likes it. Hell yeah. She's not easy to please, so that's a good sign. The aesthetic is like pretty nice too. Wait a second. Dude, now it's doing some fucky ucky ucky. And why does it keep making a new dev server? Alright, well it's not, I guess. What? Blog Rooney. Let's go here. Let's go here. I like turtles. Turtles. Cool. Yeah. Turtles. Cool. Wow. Alright. Alright, Bish. User not authenticated. Yeah, why did you fucking do that, man? Alright. So that did not work. Blurg? Yep, no blurg. Alright. Alrighty then. Is that working properly? It looks like it. And then I need to add like actually using the different social media APIs, but I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be like some social media API aggregator because X is super expensive. I thought there was a site where they had like a bunch of the different social media APIs kind of bundled up into a nice little package that you could subscribe to. I think Meta might be free. And I know YouTube Analytics is free. This should be free. Instagram API. All right, I'll do that later because I think both mine and hers would benefit from that. Alrighty. Let's walk through this, fixing this up here. So we're gonna work on. Fuck, man. I wonder where that sound is coming from. I guess I'll never know. Alright. What can I get? Reports. Did you see all that news about like the drama with Mr. Beast's YouTube analytics tool? After he got like a bunch of backlash, a bunch of clones just popped up and basically made the same exact thing. Which honestly, I think that tool is inevitable. I don't think that he deserved the backlash that he got out of it. It seemed a bit ridiculous. Was it view stats? I think you're right. Wait, is it? Yeah, this is it. Yep. Dude, that is so crazy. Like, absolute goals. That's insane. I just want to... Too small to show up. Watch this. Estimated revenue, that's insane. I've earned $0. I don't know how it estimated that. Let's see the projections. Yeah. In 2 years from now, it projects will have the same amount of subscribers. That's nice. Hell yes. All right, let's get back to deborking this. Let's work on our schema real quick. All right, cool. Then I know how to fix the blog stuff. Integrate blog. Images in place. Okay, cool. Let's do that. RQ. All right. Do I have a public? All right, back in business, baby. See that? All right, cool. Let's real quick. Oh, fuck, dude. Life is hard. All right. Wait. Dun, dun. Oh, shit. Nice. Okay. That's a start. What do we think? Is it looking all right so far? Thoughts, feelings, concerns? Dude, did I not? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Authentication. Let's make a user real quick. All right. Create an admin user. All right. Let's do this. All right, let's test this out then. All right, let me update public profiles and set myself as an admin in RDB. And then we should be set builds things at G. Run that. Boom. Now let's try to go to blog. Let's go to admin. Let's go to interesting. Oh, do I have to reset the server? Yeah, let's reset that. Nice. That seemed to work. All right. Sick. Awesome. Did it get the image by itself or did you add it? Oh, I added it. That would be... Yeah, that'd be crazy. I'm sure, honestly, why don't we attempt to, sorry about that. I was actually going to look into that. I don't know why it made a route. Here's the thing. That was weird to me too. My assumption was either it took my suggestion to make admin a protected route literally, or it was like it's a new Next.js. It's like an update in Next or something. Because Next will like occasionally change the way that they do their routing stuff. But yeah, that was weird to me too. I was actually going to ask Claude why it did that. So let's before we do the cool little experiment where we try to get it to set up photos here, let's actually just quickly ask it, yo Claude, why the fuck did you do that? Pourquoi call Claude? Where are we here? I have so many fucking editors open. If you log out and log back in, does it fail again? You want to know the problem is we're not at the point where there's like a logout button. So that's the other thing we need to... And I also have to manually type in the... Oh, wait, here we are. Let's try it. Interesting. It does fail. Good catch. Good catch. That was a really good catch. As soon as I remove that protected thing, it fixes itself. All right, we're getting to the bottom of this because that was a really good catch. And I think I still can't. Oh, you motherfucker. All right. But it made the blog post. Let's check Supabase. Did it actually make the blog post? I'm surprised it didn't add the um, blog post itself to storage, unless I guess because it's text, it doesn't need to take up that much space. Um, so maybe doing blob storage would be a little too excessive, especially for a simple blog setup where there's only going to be one user making a blog. I guess that's reasonable. All right, well, the blog post made it to Supabase. All right. Uno momento. Let's. Oh, I should make myself a quick bite to eat since it's getting late. All right, we'll go for like 20 more minutes here. All right, based. Fuima, you are a legend, and now I have to repent. What is happening? All right, so I used UltraThink to ask Claude what the hell is up with that protected route. Yeah, so the issue is with kind of how I suspected. It's to do with the Next.js route groups. And yeah, we just need to fix the redirect from blog/admin/protected to just blog/admin. All right, yeah. Cool. Let's, cool. Be polite to the AI, for it is in charge of how good the site turns out. All right. You want to see me log in and log out to test auth? Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course. Let's see. Password. Wow. Boom. Cool. We just need to change a single line. Spends 5K. Why do you call me out like that? That's not that. Well, we did it. Look, here's what I'm saying. We're paying for Windsurf, paying for Claude Code. It's a user to lose it system. Yeah, it's messed up, but I respect the hustle. You make me want to be better. Maybe not at coding, but just like generally, you make me want to be better. I do want to be a better dev, but man, forcing myself to stay sharp. Here's the thing. There are like particular things where I'm like, okay, I don't want to use AI coding tools or use them very limited in certain aspects. Like if I'm learning something that I'm interested in, I probably will start kind of like how I learned how to code prior to all of these like crazy tools popping up. And I'll just like go full redact and like tiz out and just spend, days just building projects within like a particular, like a specific interest. What are you saying? I mean, I do feel a little sad for the two. Shut up. Shut up. Look, I'll tiz out and actually learn something, but if it's something that's like front end where my brain, I told you about this with like the language stuff. Like, yes, I do want to be better, I guess, at front end and UI UX, but like, do I care enough when something else is doing it pretty decently? And I do know JavaScript, like I do know TypeScript. I can make edits if I need to. I'm more interested on the back end side of things, of like, genuinely learning new things. This is cope. I recognize this is cope and you're right. And I feel bad now. So if that was your goal, good job. But my girlfriend doesn't need to know that I, decimated 2 trees in order for her to have the ability to post a blog. So we'll keep that between us. All right, let's do some. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, and the date's correct now. I wonder how it gauges. Is this a hard coded like time estimate, or how is it? How is it gauging the reading time? Can I edit this as the? First 10 pages of the Odyssey. Oh wow, it does update the time. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do an extra request just for you, just as a little spite to your two trees comment, your two forest comment. But look at where we're at now, okay? We can make a blog post. Ah! The things we do for the people we love. Next, you're gonna tell me, oh, it wasn't worth it. Let's see here. All right, can we go here? Get images in place. All right. Yeah, we'll delete that post. Cool. View blog. All right, let's do that little test that you mentioned. What's with the sass, man? Ugh. All right. Look, I can say look where we're at now and still recognize we're a work in progress. That such is life, right? We went from we went from a Next.js page and now we're on still just local, but like, oh fuck me, what happened? Oh, okay. God damn it. No, I agree with you. I appreciate it. It's much more fun to be able to chat with someone with personality than to just yap to myself. So I appreciate that you're on Freema. Genuinely, it is much more fun getting to talk with you than to just build this by myself. So why don't we do that test that you were inquiring about? Let's run UltraThink. Actually, let's first run do we already get remote? Do we already have a remote? Oh wait, fook. That's because no shit, I did not actually set up a little repository. Make that bit private. SSH that bit. I just get remote. Oh, that's because I have to init. Oopsies. Get remote. What? Get remote add. All right. Now where were we? Get remote. Let's just save off our progress. Origin. Get remote F yeah. All right, git branch, git add, boom. Oh wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calling the outer repository. What? Git, cd git, fuck, what? Cd git add, boom, git commit. First commit-a-rooney. What in the fuck? Oh, dude, come on. Git restore. Git status. I'm confused. What is going on here? Staged. Excuse me. Origin not period. Cannot read. Oh. Alright, I've messed something up. That's fine. I usually just create a repo and clone it. Yeah, that is what I did. But I think in my hurry I have messed up my process. What? Git. What do you mean? Make sure I have the correct access rights, you fucking donkey. How many times have I done this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I have fucked up again. That is awesome. Add origin. All right, now we win. Oh yeah, baby. Oh wait, hold on here. All right, that'll do for now. I'll unfuck this later, but we got that to work, so let's get checkout. A new branch. We're gonna do, what is this called? Recent projects. We're just gonna call it pre-add images. All right, cool. Now we're in business. Sorry that took so long. No, I wasn't missing the permissions on the token. I like made this I made the windsurf project. I made a folder, and then inside that folder, just to get the boilerplate stuff, I had Claude set up a basic TypeScript project using Next.js, and then it created it put all the project directory as a subdirectory inside the folder I'd made previously. And so when I had my terminal open, it was originally open to the top level folder. And so I git add origin and then did my key. And then I went to go add everything. It was like, oh, this is like a sub module of blah blah blah, and then it was like, all right, I have to like cd into the project. So I cd'd into the project, tried to do it again, and then I was like, not working. It said like you don't have the correct credentials, and then I was like, wait, what the fuck? So I what was it? I just like did get remote dash v to like check if the remote was set up, and yeah, it was set for the directory above, but not the subdirectory. So I just added the origin correctly, and Bob Goes Your Uncle, we're all set up. But yeah, did I tell you on that the as far as the protected parentheses route, that is like a new requirement in Next.js 15. So I was on, I was at least right about that. For as much shit as I deserve, for making bullshit requests because my brain is mush. Not totally mush, just becoming more mush. All right, let's do this little query you had asked about. So we're gonna take. I want to fill in one of the things that we need to get done tonight is get the images in place. So we're gonna ask Claude and have it ultra think about adding all the project images. So let's see. Use the available resources. So we want to add images to the recent projects section. I'm gonna do this because it's gonna be interesting, but I'm gonna have it look at all of the available social media accounts that my girlfriend has, and I'm gonna make a very subjective request in that it picks the most beautiful, like, aesthetic photos of either her or the projects that she's done. And something that I think we'll do is we'll measure aesthetic not necessarily just by well, actually, what I'd be interested in? I'd be interested to see if I was like, if we decided to say, find the most like beautiful aesthetic photos on any of her social medias, and use them for the recent project section, or if we asked it to look and describe aesthetic based on the projects with the greatest number of likes. I think both are interesting experiments. I would be interested to see if aesthetic based on what Claude thinks is aesthetic and how it chooses to define aesthetics versus just going based on pure like count. I say we do both. You might be right. Twitter, you're probably right. Here, let's try it though. So I'll copy and paste what I'm writing to as a prompt in a second. Just give me 30 seconds to think about this. We want to add images to the recent project section. Search the internet for all her social media pages and find the most aesthetic photos to use here. Also, use the image you choose to determine the project title and the brief description. That goes along with it. All right. So this is test number 1 that we're doing. Let's see. Did it send? I don't know if it. That's weird. Why did it not send? Did it send that time? No, it did not. Damn. I don't know why it's not sending the prompt. I'm trying to send you the prompt, but for what it's worth, all I said is we want to add images to the recent project section, search the internet for all her social pages, and find the most aesthetic photos to use there. Also, use the image you choose to determine the project title and the brief description that goes along with it. All right. Last time I had when you did that, so I'm actually interested in running a small little experiment, completely unrelated to my own accounts. But I had read like a pretty interesting social post on X about someone that does like crazy Instagram automation stuff. And I don't want to get into that line of work, but I am interested just in like the tech behind it. Um, so when you did that, did you have to like set up an account with like Meta API, or what exactly were you doing to scrape an Instagram account? Like, I assume it wasn't just as simple as you made an account. Or did you just do it in browser? Was it easier with like a headless browser or something if you just did it in desktop? Okay. Okay, so you were just going after photos then. Is there like a readme? Just want to know more about it. Hmm. Metadata as in like can you get likes, views, all that kind of stuff? Oh, it has a lot of config options. Nice. Where do you even find stuff like this? Hmm. Half the time, someone tells me about like a new repo to use or check out or test. The thing that's oftentimes more interesting to me is how people come across these types of things. Not even the fact that these things exist, because I think that if you can imagine it, it probably like you can either create it or it exists already. If it doesn't already exist, you can create it. So it's to me as someone that it's like I don't know, I wouldn't have thought to find something like this, like search this on GitHub or search this in Google. And I doubt if I go on Google right now and I type in what I think would lead me to this page, I would actually like get the results. Like, let's just say, free social media, um, data downloader, repo. Let's just see what pops up. Yeah, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, this isn't something that I would find had you not told me about it. So it's just interesting to me how people come across these things. Your hobbies is archiving stuff. What exactly do you mean by that? Fast and simple. Well, let's see. What did I just find here? To grab public videos from all your favorite platforms, including YouTube, TikTok, X, whether you're techie. All right, I've never used FFmpeg before, but I hear about it a lot. So there's a first time for everything. But anyways, Freeman, I think you understand what I'm saying. It's just kind of like a it's one of those things that's just like I'm an interested person. It's interesting to me that you were able to just come across something like this. All right. So where are we at here? Um, I've successfully researched building Bridget's social media presence and set up the infrastructure for featuring projects, but with an important limitation. Hmm. Got it. Yep. Okay. So it failed where you thought it would fail. Um, it can't actually view or analyze the photos from her accounts. Um, I cannot actually view or analyze the aesthetic quality of specific photos from her accounts, however, based on her brand and typical furniture flipping content. I can suggest project types and descriptions that would align with her work. Hmm. That's where the tool that you showed me comes in. Um, all right, so without. So let's just read its limitation. I cannot actually view or download images from social media platforms. To complete the section, you'll need to visit her blah blah blah, her social media posts. It's telling me to choose her three most aesthetic popular projects, download the images, and then just kind of do everything the manual way. Okay, let me catch up with your messages. For example, if I find a content creator that is likely to delete stuff for some reason, I find all their social media and download everything that's available. Damn. Oh, okay. So like straight like actually archiving like that's okay. Then I do understand what you mean. Um, so were you on the front lines of like the PewDiePie scandal way back in the day? When I say way back in the day, I guess I just mean the bridge fiasco, almost a lifetime ago. Try giving it a screenshot. Oh, I mean, yeah, I can give it a screenshot. Um, you mean like a screenshot? Okay, cool. I mean, okay, so it failed on like the. So it failed on the initial experiment, but while talking this through, I had an idea. I wonder if I created like an env file or like another file in the Claude folder that had like, let's just say, my own personal login credentials for like Instagram or YouTube. I wonder if it would be able to log in and get the information it needs, or if that's also still a limitation. Nice. Now I know I'm on your watch list. This is a this is not a safe space. I'm kidding. Okay, let me F and F, dude. It's 10 p.m. Okay. All right. Let me do this real quick. Do you already have an archive of me, or am I too small? Am I logged in already? No. I do. Yeah, that's teeny tiny, bruv. I guess Instagram. Oh, actually, Pinterest is probably better. Pinterest. Is there like images? Or are these all reels? I want photos. That's tiny. Thanks for looking out for me, I think. I'll make sure that I stay on my best behavior. What got you into internet archiving? Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it. We'll get there. We'll get there someday. Just give me some time and you'll have plenty of data on me. But yeah, seriously, what got you into internet archiving? Oh, that's actually pretty sweet. It sounds much less nefarious when you put it that way. All right, I'm taking your suggestion and I'm just straight up throwing a screenshot of these 6. And these are not the best photos, but we're just gonna test it out. All right, so we're going to choose 3 from the 6 photos to use in... All right, let's see how it does here. um Honestly, I'm happy to live in like a state of ignorance. I'm sure you could make me um get schizo with it, and that's not something I need on. Watch Farmers. Ugh. All right, well that is worse. Not in the way that I expected it, but that is worse. Well, how do you decide who you're gonna track then? If you don't watch or follow them, then like, where do you find them? One, I assume like you look at small creators on social media, like YouTube or something, and then like, what makes you decide like, yeah, I'm gonna start, excuse me, monitoring them? But based on what you're saying here, it also kind of slightly invalidates. I guess it doesn't invalidate. I guess I asked you why did you start doing it? So that's fair. So you started because you weren't able to find something you wanted to watch or enjoyed watching in the past. You continue to do it because you enjoy it, and now you've found some sort of, um, I guess thrill is not the right word, but like you're like an internet scribe, more or less. Wait, okay, hold on. I've updated the feature products with these 3 selections. So wait a damn minute. Okay, so wait, hold on. What did it choose? What did it choose here? Navy and white dresser makeover. What? None of these are navy and white. Oh, it's looking at the garage? That's custom fluted sideboard. What is this what it means? Okay. All right. Well, Fuima, that the screenshot that I gave it, I mean, it did read it and it did make updates to the text and to the titles, but it obviously failed on actually adding the photos. Um, I'm sure. Actually, let me just see for sure. Um, are you able to create photos using the screenshot I provided and add those new images you created to the public folder? Simple yes or no question or answer. I cannot create or extract individual images from a screenshot and save them as separate files. I can only read, review images, not create new image files or manipulate them. Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, I think I might use the repo that you sent me. Okay, let me answer. Let me see what you said. The fact I don't like someone's content does not mean other people can't like it. Okay, that's fair. If someone is likely to want to access that content at some point, in my opinion, they should be able to. Exceptions apply. Interesting. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, without getting too dark, like, what kind of stuff are you seeing? Like, is it just YouTube and Twitch? Or are you doing more than social media? Because I feel like if you're sticking to like the pretty vanilla social media websites, um, like content is moderated enough, especially with like how good some of these like um, detection algorithms are. Like content is moderated pretty quickly, and so if there's something explicit or something that shouldn't be there, it gets nixed pretty quickly. Um, are you on some like non-standard? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I feel like I will say that I wasn't sure if it's. I assume it's by design. Um, but the amount of like lewd photos that are permissible on Instagram is pretty insane. Um, I figured that that is by design because that's like stereotypically what's gonna get eyeballs. Um, but when I'm saying lewd, I'm mostly talking just like OF type, um, or like AI generated like models, stuff like that. Um, okay, well, I'm just gonna add three photos just to be able to check this off my list. Damn, the photo quality on here is so shite. Hmm, I have a better idea. Can you send me your three most favorite? Wait, can I just like straight up embed? That might be smarter, no? All right, let's see, because that could be a good alternative. Come on, Fuima, you can't leave me hanging on this. All right, well, I'm gonna mark that as tentatively. Fuck, man, that is not what I was asking. All right, let's see if this works. All right, that did not work in my favor. That's fine. I'm getting my girlfriend to just send me 3 of her most favorite images, and I'll add those there. All right, so that's all right. Let's check copy. Sorry, I didn't mean to rush you. You have me waiting because your internet sleuthing is very, very interesting, and I didn't know this about you before. You used to track an artist that would every so often delete stuff at random. It was amateur, low quality art for the most part. And you're an art critic, I guess. That was reason enough for me to archive their content. It was reason enough for you to archive their content that they would because they would delete stuff at random. That is the fact. So the fact that you noticed that makes me think that you were like watching them for a while. I would manually check on them every few months, see if they're still active in my local archive. There's random. Hmm. Okay. I'm lost here. They were still active, and on my local archive, there would be some random attempts to say what YouTube will allow, along with some personal identifiable information and stuff. And I don't really like that part. They had put out personal identification stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to follow what's they were posting personal like identification stuff, or like the metadata in their posts were like you were able to see their information or whatever. um Damn, that's dark. um hmm. That's kind of dark. Well, see, this is like I'm like more morbidly interested in what you do. Age, face, location, what school they went to. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't see that as terrible. I mean, I do that. Um, I mean, I don't know much about you, but you know my face, my name, my location. I think it is like a very interesting thing, and I'm like morbidly interested in what you do. At the same time, I try not to overthink about it. Um, oh, yeah, that's like, yeah. I guess it's much different when it's a little kid, huh? Um, have you ever found like, have you ever had to like report people like to authorities? Because I feel like that would make a very interesting. Um, I'm sure there's tons of people that you've probably unknowingly cataloged that probably rightfully deserve to be reported to authorities or something. Nice. Mad respect. Nice. That's fair. The watchful eye, the omnipotent social media savant. I respect that. Oh, good stuff. Um, all right. So, Fuima, real quick, um, I want to keep going, but I need to probably get ready to wind down. I'm probably gonna do a couple more hours of work, but stuff that I need to not probably record. And I wanted to ask you before I leave. I'm making a schedule for streaming, so it doesn't come off as random. Because I've had like a couple other people that want to, more regularly join streams, ask me in my DMs, when I'm going to be streaming next. And so I finally put out like a rough idea or a rough plan of what I would expect to be pretty consistent. So I wanted to know from you if Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Pacific time to at least 7 p.m. Pacific time, generally work within your schedule. Meaning, I'm not expecting you to show up. I assume that you're going to record me now that I know. But just let me know if 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday and Thursday works for you. Or if there's like better days that you would rather catch me live. And I can see if that works for my schedule. Just let me know. UTS. What the fuck is UTS? Oh, UTC. Yeah, I was gonna say, I knew UTC. Bro, are you not in the US or some shit? Like, I thought I could have sworn we had talked about this before. I'm not trying to dox you, so feel free to just ignore that comment. But my friend Pacific time, I think, not in the US. Here I was thinking, we were at the same time zone. Is that 5 p.m. or 5 a.m.? 5 a.m. Yes. So do you want to change? Do you want me to do it at a different time? 5 p.m. Like, I will change it. I can make it a little later since 5 a.m. UTC is pretty early. UTC is the one time that I convert to and from. That's okay. Cool, man. Cool. All right. Well, then I'm gonna stick to 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. And if you're finding that difficult, obviously let me know. And I, like, at this, stage in the game, I'm pretty flexible. And I'm super down to make it work with, like, to make it more convenient for you. Since I work for my girlfriend full time, I can generally make my own schedule. I might take on some contracting work, but only if I can do it remote. And if that's the case, I'm still probably going to be pretty flexible. But anyways, I'm going to go make myself a bite to eat. Appreciate you hopping on for like 3 hours. That's been fun. I'm going to finish the things I need to do here. And then if you're around Thursday... Oh, shit. Dang. You a doctor? That's insane. Yeah, you should, like, hardcore catch up on sleep. Take some... Here, let me just real quick... I don't know how easy it is for you to get this wherever you are. You should hop on this real quick. Magnesium glycinate. You should get that. If you're not already taking this, you should also take L-theanine. And then the other two I'd recommend, just because you're just putting yourself through the ringer. I don't get vacations. Dude, do you work in a sweatshop? What like, no disrespect, that I what? Third thing, nattokinase. really good for heart health, um, and vascularity, vasodilation. So that, and then the same thing goes with citrus, bergamot. I would take these 4 things at the very least for your sake for sleep, because you need to maximize your sleep for as much as you're working. I would take L-theanine and magnesium glycinate. If you can access it, I think it would be really helpful for you, because 72-hour workday, that is just giga wrecked. Third world country. Well, honestly, with your skills, you should move to the U.S. because you'd probably get paid more doing whatever it is you're doing. Um, since quitting, I've been offered jobs as a software engineer, um, at some pretty cool startups, and I think that you would have the same, if not better, chances at getting some sick jobs, based on some of the projects you've told me you've built. But anyways, I don't want to cut you off um, before you have a chance to respond, because I know the latency sucks ass. But I'm going to hop off so I can eat real quick and take some suppies and do a couple things before I head to sleep, since I need to unfuck my sleep schedule too. We're going to do this together, you and me. Because we perform better with better sleep. So, I'm going to give you, or I guess, real quick before I hop off, is there anything else that you wanted to say? Otherwise, I'll probably see you Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific. If I work 72 hours, then that's 9 days. I don't have to work a month. I guess. That's fair enough logic, man. All right. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Your hobbies scare me, but I think they're dope as hell. Um, Talking over this with you has given me a couple ideas. I want to set up a couple cron jobs to pull up some cool analytics for her social medias. That'll be really nice. And I appreciate you hooking me up with this gallery DL. I think that might come in handy. I'll definitely try it. Hopefully Thursday I can let you know how that went. The website you did for the restaurant the other day. Yeah, what about it? What's good? Did you manage to show them how to manage it? Yes, I did. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think I ever ended up making a video. It still has the AI generated text, so I don't think that well, sorry, what are you what are you talking about here? Um to answer your first point, yeah, I did. Um I need to do a couple updates for them just regarding their menu, which is a pretty quick change. Wait, what do you mean AI generated texts? Which on which part? I don't think you make any changes to the website or menu yet. Yes, yeah, you're right. So I in the video that I made, the long form the YouTube video that I made, I explained I think the video unfortunately got cut off when I was talking with the daughter, like who the restaurant is named after. Um, but she was interested in learning how to code because she goes to school right now. She does undergrad for UI UX at some local university. And so she was interested in learning. I said I'd give her access once she set up a GitHub because she doesn't have a GitHub. Yes, this website. I have like I'm gonna make some quick edits on their menu. Other than that, they did ask for some updates regarding like the background, making it a little bit more like colorful. So I took the idea based on some like bougie looking LA restaurants that were kind of minimalist, but they have much more of a maximalist kind of vibe. So they wanted like some more like Mexican themes um, around here. Maybe some like Sacred Heart type stuff, like some Catholic Christian imagery. Um, that's like that was their request, like just something to make the background here pop out a little bit more. Um, and so since it's their website, I said I would do it. Probably won't do too much more editing for them since, like I mentioned, this is like a free service. But I will make those two edits for them. I just haven't made the time to do it yet. So thanks for reminding me. I should definitely put that on my list. But yeah. Yeah, appreciate the reminder. Was there anything else on that note though? Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you hanging out for 3 hours. It's been real fun. But yeah, I will catch you later then. Yeah, no. I super appreciate you. I appreciate you asking because it's something that I need to do. The daughter did send me like. So I told you last time they didn't have like a PDF or any information written down for their menu. Everything that they had regarding their menu was the like written on those chalkboards. So they had nothing written down on like no computer like Word document or like physical copy of anything. Um, so I don't know how they managed that long without that, but like I said, it's a family run operation, which makes it that much more special. The daughter did send me like she compiled a list of their menu items, sent it to me, so I just need to make those edits, and then yeah, I'll spend some time making some like more authentic like Hispanic like traditional Hispanic imagery. Um, they had mentioned like wanting like some cross imagery and stuff, so I'll get on that. I'm putting my girlfriend's site a little bit more like high up on the to-do list, but I'll get to it afterwards. Yeah, Fuima, it's good. It's a pleasure as always. Um, Remember Thursday, I'll show up 5 p.m. PST. And you, appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Knowing Spanish would help. You're a smart ass, but yeah, yeah, knowing Spanish would help. But the daughter did speak English, so that's yeah. If I wanted to trust me, living in San Diego for most of my life, there was more than enough reason to learn Spanish, and then moving to Puerto Rico, even that much more of a reason. You're freaking me out. Uh, I'm kidding. I guess that's good to know. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream. Wherever you upload it, let me know so I can watch it back to see how good the quality is of wherever you're archiving this. But yeah, we'll talk soon. All right, I'm gonna go eat. Peace.